Gonna run me almost like $200.
That's some good stuff, though.
I gotta start the YouTube soon.
This historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will start this game off. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. It just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
Now on second down. The give to the back.
Oh my God.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Really good looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane. He was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you
save that. Yeah.
First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time.
Just
As
different
we take
videos,
a
like
look at
different
our
point of views of
impact
each
players
speed
for
on
this
it.
one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well.
Oh, what I was going to say, I think the algorithm now pushes the trendy sounds.
Good play, you swat that pass away, but you better turn the page and get ready for it because it's probably coming again. You're going up against one of the top 10 passing offenses in the country. You're going to have to...
So the guy, I was watching the video about the guy was saying, no, I think there was another video I watched about a girl. She was saying you can use ones that aren't trendy with the anticipation that they might trend.
Short of the first down, he tried to get it on his own. The one thing that can derail
And she was
this
saying not to
offense,
delete
a
videos
bunch of
because
3-and-outs.
sounds go
They won't
viral
do
more
that
than
here,
once.
but they might go 4-and-out.
Which I thought that was very like interesting
They
too.
make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Going for the big play. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio
That's why I was
State.
talking about the hard drive.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the
I need to get
football
another
set themselves up into
memory
position,
card.
and then he carries it.
And I'm gonna buy in my
able to keep
Amazon card.
defenses
I
on
got
their
the
heels,
adapter
and they did
for
a nice job
the
of that
SD
on
card,
this
so you
opening
can just
drive.
hook it up too.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense.
Can anyone catch him? And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Badgers racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing in all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Plenty of time as he fires it to the right.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly complete.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And these wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the ball is intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's right on target. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Fuentes. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Gore right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's White. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They want to just keep throwing it. Pressure's there and he lets it go. That pass is incomplete and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
Yeah, and that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barry Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Pulls it in. It's Pauly. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to
maybe you want to go to a party?
Decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he
it's
got
actually going to be close to like where we at.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34.
It said,
He's
this endorsement.
Bought a little time, lets it go.
Ready?
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up
1-0-1-5-5.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a
Wes
massive
McDowell,
favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
You want to come
And
back
with
home?
that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down.
I'm probably going to go. I mean, just depending on what time it is, I'll probably
open this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive.
I had started thinking about it, and then I was like, eh.
Deep shot for the end
So I'm kind of just like, you know.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head.
I'm trying to be open.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Looking for a man. It's Fuentes. He's got him this time. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line.
They don't chill. Like, I genuinely don't have the room.
Will try to punch it in on first and goal.
I genuinely don't have the room to, like, want to argue.
Goes to
it's
the
just not
option.
in me.
Now the pitch. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started.
Another rushing touchdown.
Oh, she's going to victimize the shit out of it. Yeah, I mean, and that's cool. And I feel like that's the thing. I feel like if I allow her, and that's what I'm trying to be open to. Because I feel like if I allow her the room to just say what she needs to say, I feel like then at that point, I can just say what I got to say and be kind of just be like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
They're just about ready to kick it away. On the run from inside his own.
Yeah.
And the ball is loose on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Yeah, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm going to just sit there. Like, kind of how I've been doing. Like, I'm not just, like, that's what I'm saying. I just don't, my mind's somewhere else. Like, my mind don't really care about, like,
and a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
I don't care to be right or understood.
Staying ahead of the chains.
If you don't understand, you just don't
that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are
like, that's kind of like where I'm at. Because that shit don't, like, that shit equates to no money. That's what I'm focused on. Fucking getting my bread, getting my life right. Getting my fucking freedom.
On the outside, it's Anthony. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Just this side of
and I
the
just
field, the
record.
defense trying to rise up on 3rd and
So
short
I'm
from
really
49.
Get some songs, or get some video for that song, bro. Baby.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing it more for the content now, right? That I don't want to ride with you.
Inside the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the
I used to be so against trying to do it for the ground, but you kind of got to do it. Got to do it.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
No.
Holding penalties, the ultimate.
Because once I fully get everything, I'm
looking for a productive play on 1st down.
I'm gonna start the moto vlog on the YouTube.
Pass to the receiver.
So like, I'm gonna be doing everything. Like, so the next few weeks, I'm gonna be studying a lot of like content, like what they talk about, what they don't talk about, and I'm gonna try to meet like.
It's been a struggle for the
you know me, my whole thing is the authenticity. Like, I don't want it to be like I'm somebody I'm not, like, because I'm like who I am, and I'm a normal fucking person just like anybody. Like, so, like, I want it to be like I want people to show people how to do work on their own bikes, and be in the life of a mechanic that can do damn near anything.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out.
Some Ray-Ban glasses.
Has the lead right now.
The nether glasses.
Has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 13 over Duke.
They probably like
circle back if anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brooks. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play.
Are they clear or are they like sunglasses? Or do they like transition?
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
I really would like some of that transition,
come to the line with
so I don't really have to worry about taking them off.
Looking for space. It's Acker. Hard running there. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of
they would just say transition.
49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Like that. So like it'll automatically adjust based on the light, on the light set.
This 4-down territory.
Which I think that's pretty cool, but I think that should cost a little bit extra.
They'll try to run for it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, that's probably
And the Badgers will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today.
Yeah, but think about it, and I want to get the other Insta360 X4. That's another $500 cap. You know what I'm saying? That's really expensive as fuck. And that's just in like equipment for like the cameras and shit like that. Not even talking about the helmet, the gear, the shoes, the pants, the jackets.
He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
The thing is just practicing, baby.
Fire now on second down.
Just being comfortable with the shit. And I think a lot of people like try to rush it. I mean, it's just like a thing where it's just like you gotta take your time. Because I don't want to wreck my bike either. Like, let's not get that shit twisted.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
All right, let me put on my pants. Oh, shit. What?
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all
and he
over
had
the
no
place.
gloves on. That's why you were fucking gloves.
The pressure got to him.
That wasn't that hard, kept driving.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I wonder what's the backstory. Like, is that tire brand new?
Of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back finding space.
No, he's still
downhill, making the good run.
I think he probably leaned that bitch too far.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the... Down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. On the run, it's Cherry. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And
I would assume she probably
fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Might be looking to run. He'll let one go down the right side. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And right down the middle.
Yeah, Nate already asked me. I said we can do.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Yeah, he already told me. I said August would be perfect.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And his throw is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
At the 45 on his way. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They cap that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. On 1st down, here comes this offense. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. When you know you have a team outclassed,